Okay,
You're
guys,
being
we're
so
back.
bad.
Thank you for those who stuck around. And we're gonna date some Colonel Sanders over here, probably. Enter your name. What should I make my name?
Moo. I think you can actually date Wendy in this.
I fucking love it. Ooh, that looks so tasty. You sleep softly as the morning sun casts a warm glow through the window of your modest student apartment. The world is peaceful and serene. You can stay in this moment forever. Or you can wake up now. Your first day of culinary school is no time to sleep in. Smack that clock up and Adam. Throw the clock out the window and stay in bed forever. I swear, if that option just auto ends the game, though.
That's what I was thinking. Like, it's probably what it's gonna do in the game.
Oh, definitely.
Lying in bed, you stare at the ceiling, thinking about everything that awaits you at the prestigious University of Cooking School Academy for Learning. Your mind begins to wander. You'll need to take this seriously. You allow yourself to daydream a bit, thinking about the future. Daydream. It's here, finally, your first day of culinary school. So many dishes to prepare, I swear, if the only thing we cook is KFC. So many students to meet. Your mind is swimming with possibilities when you realize you're running late. You grab a biscuit and burst out the door in a hurry. Of course it's a biscuit. Delicious. Just what you needed to wake up those taste buds. Yikes. You're in such a hurry. In fact, that you forgot to put on any deodorant before running out the door. You're sweating buckets as you rush to arrive on time. Uh-oh. Standing in the quad, you gaze upon the magnificent University of Cooking School Academy for Learning. Here comes your lifelong best friend forever, Miriam. Maddie, it's you!
I still don't see it.
Do you not see Rose?
See it either.
It's your avatar, Maddie.
It doesn't look.
It's the same color scheme. Guys, if you're still in chat, does this remind you of Maddie's avatar for her stream? Just
it kind of
saying.
does.
No.
She's the
A little
most
dark
adorably
skin, though.
awkward person you've ever met, and you absolutely love her for it. Sounds about right. It is Maddie. Good morning, Moo Moo. Are you excited for the first day of the rest of our lives? Are we getting married? Actually, because I sure am. Excited, a little nervous. Okay, a lot nervous. Maddie, it is you. It's just that. This morning I made breakfast for myself, but, well, when I ate it, I couldn't taste any love in the food. What if I'm no good? What if I fail? Classic Miriam. Raised by MasterChef parents, she's always held herself to a very high standard. Ever since we were little babies playing together and you rescued me from that quicksand box, it's been clear to me that you're the most loving, caring person I know. You're going to do great. A quicksand box? Rexy said, that's Maddie. You can't tell me otherwise. I fucking love it. I'm gonna take another bite of my PBJ. But with University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning's famous 3-day fuck you, I'm eating PB&J. Learning's famous 3-day only semesters. I'm afraid of being left behind and never catching up. Posture check, thank you. A sweet girl, Miriam, has always had a flair for the dramatic. This summer, she got so nervous about her first kiss that she chipped a tooth practicing on a mannequin. Pep talk your best friend and change the subject to school gossip. Pep talk. Remember last month when we saw that fortune teller and had our tarot cards read? The lady with the mask who gave me nightmares? I've been trying to forget. I know she looked spooky, but she was so sweet. And she told you that you were destined for great things. Remember that card with the fancy-looking tower and the other card featuring the handsome fellow in the red suit? I've been waiting for so long to meet a handsome fellow I could call my own. And I'm sure you will soon. In no time, we'll be graduating and you'll be delighting the world with your heartfelt cooking in no time at all. She's weird in a good way. She's cute and adorable and has Maddie's hair color. Hence for it's Maddie. As you talk Miriam up, you can feel her nerves begin to ease. You know what? Maybe everything will be okay after all. And if not, at least I have these killer bangs. I mean, me too, Miriam. I cut mine myself. They're also killer because they're really terrible. They kill me inside. Can you believe I cut them myself? Same. You can definitely believe it. Same. I cannot believe it. Before you get another word out, you're rudely interrupted when someone smacks your book and custom engraved measuring spoons out of your hand and onto the ground. Hey! It's Ashley, spelt weird. Your
Ashley!
arch rival. She's totally evil, but you can't help but be filled with jealousy. She can get anything she wants, and she knows it.
Sounds like a bitch.
Is this Lulu? Is this Maddie and Lulu? Hello, Ashley.
Maybe. He kind of does.
Oh, I didn't see you there, chicken shins. You leave
Chicken
the
shins.
shins alone. They are perfectly
Got
normal
her. Chicken
shins.
shins.
What about chicken thighs? She should have said chicken thighs. That's a
You
compliment.
can't stand Ashley.
It does
Even her
say
name
thighs.
is annoying. You know for a fact that it's actually Ashley, but she had to add extra letters to make herself feel better than everyone. If anyone
Ashley!
here knows what perfect shins look like, it's us. Thanks, Maddie. You make me feel better. We're not going to let you or your really weird insults get to us. Across the quad, you see Ashley's best friend, Van the Man. What?
What?
You
Van
know,
Van the main man.
Van the Man, guys. You act like you don't
Has
have that
stopped
name
to
before.
look at his own reflection in the mirror. His pants are so tight you can see him casually working out his glutes while he styles his hair. No lie,
Mm,
they're rockin' glutes.
mm.
Van!
I like
Van?
this sound.
Oh god! You rang.
Oh,
Hell yeah, that's
You've
a
never
JoJo
been
if I've ever
sure
seen one.
What their
That's a
arrangement
JoJo right there.
is.
I like him. He's my favorite. He's a JoJo.
Why do I
This
feel
reminds
like...
me of a TV show, but I can't put my finger on it.
Why do I feel like
Say
it's
what,
say
Dylan,
what,
though? Guys,
Hmm.
why do I feel like it's Dylan wearing makeup and over the top? Why is this something he would do?
No, it's JoJo. It's your next JoJo.
It is JoJo.
You've
Van
never
Van,
been
JoJo.
sure what their arrangement is, but as long as you've known them, Ashley and Van have been just as close as you and Miriam, but substantially more devious. I can't believe that University of Cooking School Academy for Learning would ever allow people like you to attend as students. I mean, Dill is a JoJo character by himself. I mean, right. Also, hi Bree, thank you for joining chat. I know, right? You'd think they'd just hand us our diplomas now. Or maybe hire us on as professors. You amateurs could learn a lot from us. With the first day of school about to start, there's just not time to properly tell these two off, so you resist the urge. Let's go, Miriam. Let's see you later, losers. Who the fuck is this kid? As you approach the door, you see a goofy-looking kid pushing hard against the window directly next to it. Pop. Oopsie. I think it's broken. You reach forward and easily pull the door open. That should do the trick. I love you! Oh god, I have a fucking kid.
Wait, did he just push on a pole door?
Mhm.
yes.
Oh my god, I've seen people do that, and it's
Also, Chris says it's people like Van that make me question my sexuality. I think you mean thank you. My name is Pop. I was named after my Pop. He's old. Could someone
you're
like
named
this
after Grandpa?
also... Could someone like this also be a student at the school? He must be one heck of a chef. Also, his name tag clearly says Bob. but I guess he's reading it upside down. Hi,
That's
I'm
adorable.
Pop. Hi Pop, I'm Moo Moo, so are you going to make me hold this door all day? Nope. And with that, the young man walks into the building ahead of you. Is it just me, or is he kind of cute? I think it's just you. I was thinking the same thing. Rexy says, I'm like that, AJ, but with Emmett and Hythiladius from Final Fantasy XIV. You both shrugged your shoulders before following him into the building. PB&J is so good. You stand at the edge of the room, unsure where to sit. Other students wander in and keep themselves busy chit-chatting. Rexy said, especially Hythiladius. That man's, gorgeous. Oh my god, look at it!
Aw,
It's so
Corky.
cute! The scruffy-looking pooch takes his place at a podium at the front of the class. Adorable. Is that the teacher? Now, quiet down, everyone. Sprinkles is the teacher.
He's on a little pedestal.
He's so cute. Who is this unreasonably cute pup, and why is he in our culinary class? I feel like that'd be unsanitary. You must be Sprinkles, head instructor and CEO of UCSAL. Please, call me Professor Dog.
Professor Dog.
I may be cute and a little and fluffy, but I still demand respect. Woof! What? A cute dog is our professor? This is the best school ever! I guess only a dog's nose is capable of picking up all the nuances of fine dining. Out of nowhere, wind begins to rush around you as a swirl of cherry blossom petals fill the air inside the classroom.
Uh-oh.
I'm chilly. Someone close the door. And then he walks in. Fuck. You're immediately swept up in the aura of this new student and his remarkable goatee. Who knew anyone could be so handsome? Time stands still. Also,
They
AJ,
did make him quite hot.
Colonel is gonna make you question your sexuality. Wait until he shows up. Oh, he just did. And he said, yep, that's 2 for 2. It's him. It's... If it isn't my favorite student, Harlan, Colonel's... why do I say Colonel? Colonel Sanders interrupts Sprinkles.
Colonel.
Sorry, Professor Dog, before he can finish his sentence. Please call me Colonel. Colonel Sanders.
He's
A
called me
hushed
Colonel.
murmur. I can't speak. A hushed murmur rolls through the classroom as Colonel Sanders walks down the aisle of desks. Suddenly, the room is sweltering. Why do I keep saying Colonel? Probably because that's what it looks like. Sweat begins to bead across your brow. You feel like everyone is looking at you, and you're not entirely wrong. And this over here must be sweaty sweats a lot. Maybe we should open that window back up before Faucet Pits melts into a puddle and evaporates entirely. Hold on just a second. Nobody talks to my
Jojo.
friend like that. You two both know my name. We were in the same kindergarten class. And what is with all your really weird insults? Besides, when Moo Moo sweats, it's not gross, it's beautiful. Look at that shimmer. Besides, when Moo Moo's... Okay, so I have to find Colonel Sanders standing right in front of me. Colonel Sanders, beautiful angel that he is, stands before you, smiling gently, his hands outstretched. Jesus, tap dancing Christ, the guy in this game. Rexy said, careful, Katie, you might lose AJ. Boy, howdy. This classroom gets hotter than a Kentucky fryer. Please use my handkerchief. You freeze up. Colonel Sanders is talking to you. Why? I got my Wi-Fi back.
You
Let's
make
go.
my
Nice,
Kentucky Fryer
Ernie.
hot.
Welcome to Colonel Sanders Dating Sim. It's finger looking good. Wait, Colonel Sanders is talking to you about how sweaty you look? You're completely mortified. This can't be your first interaction. What if he never forgets this moment? How will you respond? Take the handkerchief, refuse the handkerchief.
Take it. He touched it. You
stretched
want that
out your
finger like a
hand.
goodness
it.
on your
Colonel
face?
Sanders places a fine silk handkerchief in it. It's so beautiful. You hesitate to press it to your face, but when you do, the feeling is transcendent. It has this natural scent on it. It smells of the most delicious chicken you've ever smelled.
I
He
can't.
probably wipes his chicken sweat with that cloth, and you're just rubbing that
He
on your sweet
probably
face.
does.
Oh,
Looks like a snack.
Professor
and-
Dog steps into to settle the class down and set some ground rules. Welcome to the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, the greatest culinary academy in the world. The birthplace of culinary legends, past, present, and future. Many challenges await you. There will be tears. There will be blood. There might even be really adorable tiny food. And when all is said and done, there will be a battle. You will lift your sporks, why sporks, and compete in the broom cooking arena. And just then, another student enters the classroom and interrupts the professor's rousing speech. Hi guys, sorry I'm late. I hope everyone had a good summer. I really miss— Quiet! Late to class is bad enough, but interrupting my monologue? You're on the fast track out of here, young man. Are you sure you're even in the right place? Don't you recognize me? This is my 3rd year in the school, with you as my
Aw.
teacher. Everyone stares
Aw.
at him blankly. Does no one remember me? You're expelled if you utter one more word before I finish. Professor Dog's kind of a jerk. Also, nice tentacles. I've seen enough hentai to know where this is going. Let that be a lesson to you students that tardiness is unacceptable. Even Clank made it here on time, rolling halfway across town on his tiny wheels. You turn to see the student Sprinkles is referencing, who appears to be some sort of industrial kitchen appliance. I want to date Clank! Buddy, look at him. Is that a lewd emote? Where did you get a lewd emote?
one of the people I got gifted a sub to.
What is that fox smacking?
The class burst into laughter. Oh, Clank, you rascal. Sprinkles walks into the classroom as everyone stands in silent obedience. When he gets to you, he lifts his nose into the air and takes a deep sniff. Your diet is lacking. Based on what I'm picking up here, you definitely need a multivitamin. You should be taking better care of yourself. You never had a talking dog as a teacher before, but Sprinkle's reputation for being smart but tough is well known. You decide to try and butter him up by giving him a treat from your pocket, but what kind? Beef treat, rubber ball, or chicken snack? Chicken snack. Sorry, I'm chewing. You reach beneath your apron and return with a chicken snack in your hand. Sprinkle's eyes go wide as he locks onto it. His favorite. Well, well, well. I think there might be some competition for new star student. The furry professor immediately devours the snack, leaving your hands slick with a coating of warm doggy drool. Blech.
Ew.
You see the other students eyeing you jealously, but pay no mind to them. If they wanted to succeed in life, they should have learned the importance of carrying a range of dog treat flavors on them at all times. Settle down, young chefs. Take your seats and prepare to have your mind open to the amazing possibilities of culinary creation. As everyone rushes to claim their favorite seats, you're left standing at the front of the room. Only 2 options remain. Hey, Moo, there's still a seat here. It seems that no one has claimed the seat next to me if you're interested. Do I want to sit next to Colonel or my best friend?
Uh-oh.
Stop simping? I'm going to sit by
There's
Maddie.
no one sitting next to Colonel.
You move to take your seat by Miriam. I'm so glad to have you near me to support me through this class. Of course, you're my best friend. Who else would I sit by? Colonel Sanders? He has such a magnetic personality, and there's a seat open right next to him. If you had sat there, you might have gotten to know him a little better. Fuck.
Wow.
I'd
Your
never
friend's
Just
like,
you dumbass.
you
I'd
went like
never
bad choice,
sacrifice our
Lisa.
friendship. Besides, I'm sure I'll get a chance to talk to him later in the semester. I've got 3 whole days. That's like a lifetime. So you say, but now that Miriam mentions it, the Colonel Sanders is just so darn dreamy. As soon as you've settled into your seat, the professor makes an announcement. Think fast, it's time for a pop quiz. Yay,
Yeah,
a
first day
quiz
of
about
school.
me. I forgot his name was Pop. Well, it's Pop, but Pop. Let's see. This incredibly important and surprisingly short quiz will tell me if you are ready for life at culinary school. Keep your knives sharp and your focus sharper. Here comes question number 1. If train A is traveling to point B and train B is traveling to point A, how important is it to wash your hands before cooking? Extremely, looking at you, Pop. That's right! Forest is to tree as chicken is to feather. That's right. What is the most efficient eating utensil ever created? It's gotta be a spork. I knew it. What food is best for a broken heart? Anything, as long as it's prepared with love and not too much salt. Is Sprinkles a good boy? He's a talking dog that teaches at culinary school. He is the best boy. That's right.
Best boy.
Perfect score, 5 out of 5. We did it, guys. I think I'm passing my semester. Oh my god, we have a first-time chat from Colonel Sanders himself. Welcome in.
Colonel Sanders, we love you.
That just made my day. Your total score is perfect, 5 out of 5. Wow, be honest, did you cheat? You look up to see that Colonel Sanders has been watching you tally your score. He's impressed. I know we just met, but I have to confess. I think you have a beautiful brain. Please don't eat it. Hot diggity moo moo. You just scored some major Colonel Sanders points with that performance. Excuse me. Give me 1 second to chew. We're good. How are you, Colonel Sanders? This is our first time playing this game. May I have your attention, students? I have an important announcement to make. Time for lunch! Wow, the cafeteria is as nice as any restaurant you've ever eaten at. It makes sense that a school dedicated to cooking would also be serious about eating. A delicious fragrance wafts through the room and tickles the end of your nose. Your mouth waters. Do you smell that? That must be our lunch. It smells crazy good. Colonel Sanders, I asked him how his day was, and he said, "Oh, I'm finger licking good." Everyone, can I have your attention? Oh my god, that's great. Is it about lunch? No, I just wanted to apologize for my tardiness. You see, Howdy, folks! I'd like to make an announcement. Hey, it's about lunch. Everyone cheers. But Shh! Lunch! She said shh. In honor of the new semester, I have prepared something special to share with everyone for lunch. That must be the smell I smelled. Indeed, that smell. You hold your breath waiting to see what food this mysterious student has created. You've heard that he's very talented, but were the rumors true? Is this? Colonel Sanders lifts a large bucket above his head. Its contents glimmer in the light. That looks so good right now. I hope y'all are finger licking good. Oh, we're finger licking good, all right. This chicken's making my mouth water, though. Piled high are huge pieces of chicken, breaded and fried to a crispy golden finish. Now I want Kentucky Fried Chicken. Honey, can we go up and get Kentucky Fried Chicken sometime? Chris?
This game, you're playing the games,
He said Friday. This aroma envelops you, and you begin to feel warm and safe. I might go for KFC tomorrow. I'm jealous, Rexy. We don't have one nearby. We have to travel at least 30-45 minutes to get KFC. Colonel Sanders has filled a bucket with chicken? What a novel concept. Your stomach begins to grumble as if it's to say, stop thinking and start eating. For years, I have been developing a secret recipe for the perfect fried chicken. But my calculations, nothing less than 11 herbs and spices are required to achieve the perfect balance of flavors. Maddie, what are you saying mashed taters? Are you talking about KFC mashed taters? Also, Rexy says, I have one 2 minutes from my house. You look around and notice that every other student has a pen and paper and is scribbling notes as fast as they can. But that's all I'll say about that. What you think we want? Your stupid secret recipe, dude? Nah. My dude, nah. I'm just, drafting a last will and testament in case, one of those ingredients is, poison. Got him. He looks around nervously to see if anyone else is laughing at his sick burn. You wait to see what zinger Ashley has prepared to follow up, but she suddenly takes a different approach. Yeah, and I was just like writing in my diary. Dear diary, today I smelled something beautiful. I knew at that moment that only the hands of a true gentleman could fry chicken so tender. You see her body language change from bitter and evil to sweet and innocent as she slides closer to Colonel Sanders. She realizes that he is destined for greatness and fame, with cooking skills like this. She wants him all to herself. Honey, Rexy says, the fact the camera zoomed in on his face, and also, AJ, are you okay? I want mashed taters now. I'm jealous. Somebody get me mashed taters. Homemade mashed potatoes, though. Aw. Oh, please. Well, Van the man. If you don't want any, I'll take his. Whoa, hold on. I mean, I guess I'll try it. He takes one bite and his eyes grow wide. He starts contorting his face as he tries to hold in his pure exhilaration and act unimpressed. Easy now. There is enough for everyone. Please follow my classmates. Dig in. You take one of the pieces of fried chicken out of this bucket and sink your teeth into it. It's amazing. Tasting Colonel Sanders food transports you into another dimension. Fuck, I've traveled. Focus your mind and meditate on this moment. Try and identify every flavor. Savor the moment and everything that it tells you about Colonel Sanders' culinary heart. Or swim towards the light. If I swim towards the light, I'm gonna die. I can see it happening. What about you guys?
It's so yummy, you're gonna go into cardiac arrest.
Probably. I think I should probably go with try and identify every flavor.
I mean, it's chicken. What else is there?
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by his toe. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Okay, well, we're going with heart. The flavors in your mouth are beautiful, pure, heavenly. What a guy! Along with the flavors, you feel something that can only be described as love. For a man? For a flavor? Are they the same? After tasting his food, he tried to get some one-on-one time with Colonel Sanders. Bria, I found a meme that I sent you. That was from Maddie. After tasting his food, you try to get some one-on-one time with Colonel Sanders. You approach Colonel Sanders. Colonel Sanders smiles ever so softly as you approach. He stops what he is doing and allows you to break the silence. Colonel, I wondered if you could talk for a second. Anything for fellow chef. What exactly was on that chicken? How bold to come out and ask. It's an idea I had for a new combination of flavors that will make me my fortune and establish my legacy for all time as I open a chain of highly successful fried chicken restaurants. No big deal. It's just you and me here talking. I can keep a secret. In fact, I've got some of my own that I'd be willing to trade. What's the rush? The semester is only getting started. We've got 2 more whole days to get to know each other. He's clearly not going to give it up easily, but it doesn't hurt to be persistent. You know what they say about secrets, Colonel. Shouldn't learning be fun? You've got moxie, I'll give you that. Colonel Sanders
Take
looks
that,
both
Colonel.
ways to make sure you're truly alone and then leans in. You can feel his warm breaths as he whispers. Just one ingredient, but you can't tell. You can't see it because it's whited out. That's fucking dumb.
It's chicken
Wow,
farce.
you'd never have guessed that. In fact, you've never even sure where you get some if you search. While you're wrapped up in huge revelation, you notice that Colonel Sanders has disappeared. While everyone else is still in the cafeteria, you decide to look for him. You find Colonel Sanders outside standing in the quad. Oh, it's you again. Howdy. Sometimes I like to come outside and look at the school buildings. I think about how my story will continue on after I've graduated. It sounds like you have big plans. I dare say, the biggest. I will leave my mark on this world, you can bet on that. Alone together for the first time, you figure now is the perfect moment to show your personality to him. Be modest but thoughtful, wow him with his big idea to add an additional ingredient to really spice things up. Neg him to show your own strength. I'm gonna be modest. Well, I just wanted to tell you that I really enjoyed your food. Now you've got his attention. The flavors were complex, but comforting. Interplay between salty, savory, and peppery. It was perfect. I appreciate the compliment, Moo Moo. I'm sure you'll be a big success. I know we've only met today, but I'm starting to get the same feeling about you. We should head back inside. The next lesson starts soon. You step into the massive cooking arena, where this afternoon's lesson will take place. Each student gets an oven, and all the tools and ingredients they could need. Look at this place. It's magnificent. Finally, we get to show our stuff. Wait a second. Oh no. We have to show our stuff. What if I totally blow it? You're not going to blow anything, except maybe kisses to the crowd of fans you're going to earn with your signature adorable tiny food creations. Welcome, students, to the cooking arena. For today's lesson, we'll be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pair off. Naturally, Miriam looks over at you, but unable to control yourself, you pounce on Colonel Sanders. Hey, Colonel! Would you like to tackle this lesson as a team? A team of two? That is, me and you, if that wasn't clear? Want to be my partner? Sure, Moo Moo, I'll prepare our station. I think my characters decided to go after Colonel. Without you as a partner, Miriam is left standing all alone. Two different students quickly take notice. Hello, new partner! Beep beep! Zzz. Oh my. Two potential partners? I'm so sorry, gentlemen, but I don't know who to choose. It looks like you'll have to pick for your friend. Friend duties can be a little awkward, but that's the price you pay for not being alone forever. What do you want to ask to be Miriam's partner? Clink. Sorry, Pop, but I think Miriam will be partnering with Clink today. It's okay, I already ate. It's not entirely clear if Pop has any idea what the point of school even is at this juncture. Clink is clearly excited to have some attention. He heats up and begins to roll back and forth. Hold on there, fella. We don't even know the assignment yet. Technically, Clink might not have a face, but there's something charming and earnest about him. Zzz! Tissue, I hardly know you. Clink judders and a panel shakes loose. You get the impression that this is a sign of affection. Yes, leaving your BFF for a guy gasp. I know, right, Maddie? Well, to be honest, Maddie, it didn't give me the option or else I would have stayed with you. Looks like you two will be fine. Now it's time to focus on your own cooking classwork. Alright, you two, for today's lesson, we're going to keep it simple. Pick a basic dish and divide up the steps. No chef is an island. It takes 2 flints to make a fire. You get the idea. Which dish do you suggest to your partner, Colonel Sanders? Mashed potatoes and gravy has to be it. I've always been something of a down-home chef. I was thinking we could make something warm, inviting, comforting. Maybe mashed potatoes and gravy? I couldn't imagine one without the other. Colonel Sanders cast a coy look at you, causing your whole face to go beet red. Embarrassed, you quickly turn away. I'll go get the potatoes. No, please, let me. Picking perfect produce is a passion of mine. Looks like things are getting pretty fresh around here. Does someone have a crush on Colonel Sanders? We're just cooking partners. Mind your own business. Sanders' heart is my business, and you better keep your fingers off my man. Did someone call for me? No, jeez. Van. While I'm over here crushing Moomoo's dreams, you're supposed to be taking care of our classwork. That was the deal, remember? Colonel Sanders returns, arms full of peeled potatoes. He tosses them into boiling water and turns his attention to you and your old friends. Oh, howdy there, Ashley Van. Are we working in a quartet instead of a duet now? Actually, no. It looked like Moo was struggling, so we offered to give them a hand. You know how it is. These young amateur chefs need a lot of mentoring. I was going to say, Colonel Sanders, maybe I could also teach you a thing or two about fancy foods. Maybe one day you might be able to get up to my level. Doubt it. Don't be rude, Van. Personally, I have no doubts whatsoever about Colonel Sanders' ability to concoct creations worthy of admiration. After all, your fried chicken was quite spectacular. But, Colonel, if you ask me, I might make a better partner for you than this thing that has positioned itself at your station. Don't you feel deep down that we cast complementary shadows? We fit together, like a thigh and a drumstick. It just makes sense. Nothing about this makes any sense, but one thing is clear. She's coming for Colonel if you don't watch out. Ashley is really going at you hard. You need to ask for some backup here before things get ugly. Turn to Colonel Sanders, hunk of hunks in your time of need. Turn to Miriam, your forever bestie who always has your back. Going with Maddie. You turn to Miriam, and as soon as you find her, she senses it and looks back. This girl's friend in need radar is second to none. She immediately comes running over. Is somebody threatening my friend? I will destroy them! I actually think that Ashley and Van were just leaving. Leaving you in dust. In the dust. Viavi? My skills as a chef, perhaps. But stepping away from this competition, you are sorely mistaken. Miriam, you're a loyal friend, but Moo is my partner for today's activity. You look for Sprinkles, in hopes that he might step in, but he's nowhere to be found. Darn those cute corgis and their short but sturdy stature? I don't know. You look down at your station and realize that in the tension of the moment, your hands have been cooking on autopilot. Distracted by the drama, you've already crushed the boiled potatoes into a perfectly creamy mashed texture with plenty of butter and cream for flavor. It's as if your natural passion guided you through the steps you know so well while your attention was elsewhere. I know just what to do. Colonel Sanders extends his hand. He's holding a beautiful white porcelain gravy boat, out of which he pours a smooth brown gravy, smothering your nearly finished potato dish. Gravy flows down the mounds of potatoes. The result looks spectacular. Granny would be very proud. Colonel Sanders holds a spork out to you. You reach out and grab hold of it, but he doesn't immediately let go. The two of you stand holding the same spork, and for that small moment, all of the madness and pressure in this crazy world stops. Your eyes lock. The moment is electric. Time stands still. If you love something, set it free. Together you dig the utensils into the mashed potatoes and lift a heaping sporkful up. When you see Ashley with a sinister look, you know she's plotting against you to be with Colonel Sanders. And then, filled with rage, without thinking, you fling the sporkful of mashed potatoes right into Ashley's stupid, beautiful face. Van! Do something! Do something! Scooping up a fingerful, Van tastes the dripping mashed potatoes and gravy, and realizes that it's delicious. Horrified by this revelation, he slinks away. Will he ever be able to cook something with so much love and integrity? Hold on right there, Moo Moo. We do not waste food in the broom cooking arena. Colonel Sanders, I expect better from you. If you throw one more spoonful, you both better be prepared to eat it from wherever it lands. Can I have potatoes, face? Van rushes back over, a covered dish in his hand. Mashed potatoes with gravy. Pathetic. In just a few minutes, I've prepared a full meal. Excuse me. Gaze upon my specialty, a braised tentacle of octopus in silky saltwater sauce. Plated on a battle axe blade, forged by my supreme chef ancestors. This is so dumb. You've ignored me for too long. That ends now. It is I who will have the first bite, and you will all look on with envy. The interrupting student rushes at Van and swipes a bite of his signature dish right off the plate. No, don't! Something about this dish doesn't strike my nose quite right. I think the octopus was rushed and may have turned it in the process. The result could be toxic. Too late. It has been eaten. I think I left something in the oven. I don't feel so good. It killed him! Oh my god. Maddie said mashed taters is a goal, and she's right. Everyone step back. Don't take another bite. When you look back at the plate, the result of it is gone. You notice the tip of the tentacle being slurped up into Pop's mouth. Pop winces in pain for just a moment, then it almost immediately back to his oblivious self. Oopsie! Tastes like poison! The entire class has gathered to watch Pop's final moments. Shock has frozen the whole crowd. They are as motionless as statues. The class bell rings, disrupting the moment and snapping everyone back to reality. It would appear that Pop's enthusiasm for trying new things despite oblivious danger has inoculated him against poisons of all kinds. I'm not sure the professor here make enough money. Hello. I just turned into a ghost over here. Sorry, that's my best ghost voice. I can't be a ghost. Seeing that you're shaken up by that really annoying student and all his nonsense, Colonel Sanders approaches you. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Please let me walk you home.
Yes.
What? Like, for real? Oh, come on. You follow Colonel Sanders out of the room. At night, the school building has taken on another vibe entirely. It's dark and more than a little spooky. Colonel Sanders stands in the quad's neon glow and speaks softly. Those mashed potatoes you made in class today? Before you go on, I want you to know, they're not a great representation of my skill. I didn't even realize I was making them. They were amazing. Tasting them, it reminded me why I became so passionate about food to begin with. Colonel Sanders is getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him in a way that you find inspiring. Now might be the perfect time to tell him you're developing feelings for him. Colonel Sanders? Yes, Moo Moo? There's something I need to tell you. Hold it right there! There's something I need to tell you first. Oh, jeez. You see, when I was just a boy, I had a dream that one day I would be the greatest chef in the world that the world has ever seen. And every day since, I have been working toward that dream, day and night, never stopping, never resting, also lifting a lot of weights, like so many weights. We should follow our dreams with all our hearts, that our souls may grant them like wishes floating on a shooting star. Hey, no, you, shut up! I'm the one here to say inspirational stuff and be the star of the story. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to pause. Are we forgetting that your cooking literally killed a guy? You can't prove that. I also saw you kill that guy. What was his name? Somewhere in the distance you hear a long, sad sigh. Forget him. We're talking about me. Me. I'm the hero.
You're
the
Jojo.
spork monster is here to fight a hero. What the fuck is a spork monster? What the fuck? What is this game? I think I left the fridge door open. Later, nerds! How dare you threaten me just as I was letting down my guard and connecting with another chef on an emotional level. Be afraid. Be very afraid of me because I'm a monster. See? Is his rhyming on purpose, or is that just a coincidence? But before you can discuss syntax any further, it's a turn-based fight sequence. What will you do? You decide to defend. Which defense will you choose? I only have one. You close your eyes tight, but then open one just enough to squint and see the spork monster across the battlefield. For some reason, this makes you feel more prepared for what comes next. Spork monster goes on the attack. They spit hot gravy at you. You take 1 damage. A lot of good that defense did. Greatest dating sim of all time. Glad you like it, honey. You decide to go on the attack. Cook with love. Does 1 damage. Spork monster won't forgive this. Spork monster focuses their mashed mind and draws in energy from the Mother Earth itself. They grow larger and more intimidating. How will you respond? I think I should defend. That sounds terrifying. I'll also grow larger. Buffed up and ready to rumble, they go on the attack once again. Spork monster uses utility tinsel. The fuck? You take 2 damage from the attack. If you take much more damage, you're not going to survive the battle. You decide to go on the attack. Should I chow down or cook with love? Guys, Spork monster is now your favorite Pokemon.
Chow down on that fucker.
Chow down! Does 2 damage. A powerful blow. Spork monster is oozing cheese sauce onto the lawn of the quad. I wonder who he is going to have to clean that up. Feeling vulnerable, Spork monster prepares for its ultimate attack. Rounded edge. Vile villain! Your reign of terror stops here. Colonel Sanders summons the energy of 1,000 chickens. Hot pie power pitch! Is he a magical girl now? It does 10 damage. Spork monster is defeated. You saved me! An injured spork monster spews steam into the night. Should I kill him or should I spare him? He's made out of sporks.
Spare him,
That's
man. He
also
can help you
food.
later.
What?
I said,
What'd
spare
you
him,
say,
man. He can
Cameron?
help you later. I said, spare him.
Okay, what
Maybe
did
help
you
you
say?
later.
He can go eat Ashley later. And make some friends with him.
Oh, that sounds like a great idea. Spare this wretched beast. You manage to tamp down your disgust at the sight of this gnarly beast long enough to realize that he is still a living creature with a pure soul who deserves your pity, not your wrath. Be gone, beast, and don't you dare come back for a follow-up encounter tomorrow. I won't forget this, and I certainly won't be back like you said. The spork monster scuttles off into the night. It would have been better if Colonel ripped his shirt off, right, AJ? The defeated monster left behind a special item. It appears at first to be a cookbook, but upon closer inspection, it's so much more. Is it the Necrocookacrom? Necrocookacrom? I can't say it. It didn't work. It is. It's the Necronomicon, but cooking form. It's a book of magic spells with a golden chicken on the cover.
Fantastic.
The Necrocookacom. You open the cover and find a library card tucked inside. The last name to have signed it out is Borko. Borko, that name sounds strangely familiar. Your blood is pumping as you stand in the quiet of the night, holding the mysterious book in your hands. As you come down from your battle buzz, you realize that your final attack has left you completely depleted. The world around you begins to fade away. Without any energy to keep your eyes open, darkness overtakes you. The image of Colonel Sanders flashes before your eyes as you fall asleep. Oh my god. Is it Ashley's diary? I would laugh so hard. The image of Colonel Sanders flashes before your eyes as you fall asleep. He must have helped you get home in your tired state. You don't know if you could have made it without him. What a guy. Why do I have a chicken poster? You want to thank him, but you don't have the strength to utter a single word. You feel your covers being pulled up over you as you are tucked in tightly. Good night, my Colonel. In your dreams, you're together with Colonel Sanders. For some reason, Sprinkles is also there, instructing your love. Dreams are weird. Oh my god. We're all on fried chicken.
Chicken!
Does it come back
Even
again?
the ghost.
You wake on day 2 and attempt to process the wild visions you had. Were they memories or premonitions? And then there was that secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? Ayo, Colonel Sanders tucking us in? Yeah, he tucked us in all right. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. You meet up with your bestie in front of the school. And before you can tell her about the encounter with the spork monster, she launches into a story of her own. Okay, I know this might sound a little strange, but I think I might like Clank. Maddie, are you into robots? Like him? Like him? I know. It sounds like it's moving too fast, but there's something about him. I like him. Like him. I thought you were a lesbian, Maddie, not somebody into machines. We got to talking after class, and he's actually a totally sweet guy. Not only that, but he's really smart. He told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. Did you know that Colonel Sanders was the most popular kid in his high school? No, but that does make complete sense. Yeah, but he was so popular that he was voted prom king at a school he didn't even go to, and he was also the convertible that he himself rode in the front of the homecoming parade. I'm confused. Oh, Clank was the robot. I'm thinking maybe something got lost in pressure cooker language translation there. Either way, maybe it'd be best if you took it slow with this new boy, like I am with Colonel Sanders. You and Colonel Sanders? The coolest guy in school? The most famous student to ever attend University of Cooking School Academy for Learning? You're a thing now? We definitely connected yesterday. Sure you did. You're great. Why wouldn't he be into you, I guess? Laughing at the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. You have an idea about how to prove that your love is real. Well, if he's not into me, why did he tell me one of the secret ingredients? Your bestie's eyes lighten up. A secret ingredient? Yeah, I just said that. A secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in there? In here? Miriam checks to make sure you're alone before continuing. So this summer, while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me in the botanical garden where I was wandering. This can't be good. He told me all about his passion for spices. Secret spices. The man even gave me some to show me what he meant. He said it was a powder created from some super duper rare dried flower petals, and that if I did him a big favor, I could have some of my own. Please, Miriam, don't tell me. So I filled my suitcase with them and brought them home. He was so nice. He even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked with them, a very strange feeling came over me, and the flavor was unlike anything I've ever tasted. I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here. Maddie, I think I might have our characters swapped. You might be the main character. I might be this chick. Whatever, anyhow. We both share an interest in cooking, so we stayed in touch, like pen pals. I bet he would love to know more about new spices. Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret recipe. And besides, I only know the one ingredient, so I doubt it'd be much use to anyone. Please, please, please. It would mean the world to me. No one has to know it came from you or Colonel Sanders. What do you think? Should you protect Colonel Sanders' secret or share it with your bestie? I won't make up a fake ingredient.
I wouldn't.
You quickly think of a fake ingredient name. I don't know. How about it was Eye of Newt? I know, sounds like some kind of witch's potion, but what can you do? Eye of Newt? Wow. Her eyes light up imagining such a thing, and you figure that you've satisfied her curiosity and she'll move on. However, she immediately turns around and does some thumb typing on her phone that you can't quite see. That's probably not good. Before you can ask her to confirm that she is definitely not texting secrets to other people, you're interrupted. A wind rushes in. Cherry blossoms petals fill the air. It's Colonel Sanders. He's arriving at school. Honey, it's your man.
On a fucking
Come
horse?
get your man, honey. Stand back and admire his majestic glory. Run to him. I kind of want to run to him. Would that be too simpy? Huh.
Hey, Jay.
Hey, Kristen, what would I do to be that horse right now?
Right?
I'm gonna run to him. You decide that the best way to show Miriam how serious you and Colonel Sanders are would be to run to him. Surely he'll sweep you up on the back of his stallion and you'll ride away together. That'll show her good. Oh, Colonel, my Colonel! However, your sudden movement surprised the horse and it rears up, kicking you directly in the face. The force of the blow completely knocks you out cold. In the darkness, you see a vision. Ooh, moo moo. I am here to deliver you a message. Not this guy. It is important that you remember this exactly as I say it. If you forget, the world could end, so you know it's serious. I have been trapped in a realm beyond, but a great prophecy relies on my return. Only you can save me. All you need to do is repeat my name 3 times. And that name is... But before he can continue, you suddenly awake. Ah, jeez! You awake to find Colonel Sanders tending to you. He roused you back to life with a satchel of secret spices. Or is that just his natural seasoned musk? Compliment the craftsmanship of his horse's shoes or lean in for a kiss. Compliment his horse's shoes. Maybe he shouldn't be riding a horse to school, and maybe you shouldn't be running up to animals you don't know. It's hard to say who was in the wrong place here. But one thing is for sure, that Colonel Sanders is pretty dreamy. That horse, beautiful shoes. I could really feel how smooth and sturdy they were when they were pressing into my face. That's nice to hear. No one truly appreciates good craftsmanship anymore.
That guy's not even regretful.
And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears into the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. I want to mention that the guy, has more curves on his body than the girl. Oh, the guy, not you. Okay, got it. When you enter the classroom, you can see your 2 rivals, Ashley and Van Van, are doing something bad. By the way, they're hiding. You know it must be bad. Like counterfeiting recipes bad. Experimenting with restricted ingredients bad. Summoning a demon bad? You try and get a peek over Van Van's hulking shoulders. But he sees you coming. Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this. Why don't you make like a bee and mind your own beeswax, honey? Act like you're not interested in them, but really try and get a closer look. Tell them to stop acting immature. You immediately dress the rivals down for their immature behavior. Culinary school is to be respected. This kind of nonsense is a waste of everyone's time. Now you've upset them. Oh, and you're the emperor of cooking, are you? You make the rules? I'm not sure you know a good meal if it ate you. Being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativity. It takes panache. I can't say that word. Good luck, me. Panache. Got it. And it doesn't hurt to use a little evil. You finally get a look at what it was they were hiding, and you instantly recognize it. It's a book just like the one you found after your encounter with the spork monster. That's the same book that I found last night in the quad. Ashley immediately elbows Van Van, who hides the book behind his back. I don't know what you're talking about. That book is a family heirloom, and its contents are secret. You notice that they haven't just been studying the book. They've got Pop pinned to the wall, and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth. We're playing! But before you can dig in any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class. Beep beep! Clank must be running late. He's in such a hurry that he rolls right over Van Van's meaty foot. Hey! Watch it, you bucket of bolts! You watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything. Zoop! What? Who do you think you're talking to? I've never heard such language, not even from a stand mixer. What? No, your mother was a stand mixer. Van Van jumps to attack Clink, but Clink shocks Van Van, sending him flying across the room. Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazed men are about to come to blows. I think it must be over me, but I'm not interested in either of them. Ashley's tone has completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know that this is a ruse, right? Gentlemen, get a hold of yourself. Save it for the arena, at least. Or don't, honestly. What do I care? I've got lofty career aspirations to focus on. Maybe I can help you with your business plan. Just then, Sprinkles arrives to signal that the true start of the class day. He's panting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog. Students, please take your seats. I like Sprinkles the most. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car all around town, and my tiny, tiny legs are very, very tired. But I'm here now, and I hope you're ready to learn. Rub his furry dog belly. He loves it. Sprinkles stops in his track and sniffs the air around you. Something has him in a trance. It's the scent left on you from Colonel Sanders. Sprinkles jumps on you and licks your face. Down, boy, down! Of toppin'! I think that was German. That command shouted by Colonel Sanders has snapped Sprinkles out of his trance. I wonder what's up with that. Sorry, I got a little carried away. After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom. Without any further ado, we'll review the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken. You want to pay attention to the lesson, truly you do. Which is why in 1776, at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, it was a chicken who first signed their name. But you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders, and you miss most of the important parts. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you. Well, Moo? Naturally, this appears to you to be a sample platter. Which item do you want to sample? Dog biscuit, glass of water, or shimmering pepper? A brightly colored pepper stands out from the other items. It sparkles in a most eye-catching way, so naturally you reach out, grab it, and eat it right away. However, your body is not prepared for the heat. Damn it! The pepper has triggered an intense spice hallucination. It feels like forever as you trip through the universe. My friend. Ooh. This guy again. I'm here to give you an important message. Ooh. I can't do ghost voices. You must avenge my death and fulfill your destiny. All you must do is... I was saying, to fulfill your destiny, all you must do is... Sorry, I think I still got some spice stuck in my throat. It's fine, I'll work through to fulfill the prophecy. You must. You feel yourself begin to regain consciousness. Oh man! You come to, and finally everyone is staring at you. That pepper was the last of its kind on Earth, and now it's gone forever. You think to yourself, geez, I should pay better attention. We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you someday. Come on, it's time for lunch. Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim, and your rivals enter to make a dramatic announcement. Today's lunch will be prepared via time competitive cook-off. Step up and tell them you're on. I'm gonna do it. A bit of lunchtime competition, eh? Count me in. If I have to wipe the tables with you fools before I set my lunch down on it, then so be it. I'm not the fool, you're the fool. Good one, Van. I like your gumption. Moo Moo. I'll be watching your performance. Just as things reach a boiling point, Sprinkle steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness. Now, students, please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sportsing court. Finally, a little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief. At least not until we turn on the timer. Then a huge light blasts you in the face, flashing the words, timer ready. That's what I'm talking about. Aroo! I can't do dog noises either. I stand corrected. The hard way builds solidly a foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. And that's an original quote by me, in case anyone was wondering. I hope its message lifts you to victory. Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and now is my chance to shine. Why do I feel like she belongs in Team Rocket? I will defeat you myself. You had his chicken, and you made mashed potatoes and gravy on day 1, and you're feeling like you can really impress him again here. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast. If the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. That's right. But how would you have even gotten into the school without knowing that? Winner gets to rub my furry belly. Let that enticing offer motivate you. You're going to need to season this chicken before you can cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' exact recipe, but you have an idea. 11. That's right. You might not know all of the ingredients yet, but at least you're headed in the right direction. Tail wagging intensifies. Now that you've got some basic steps going on, it's time to elevate your craft. Vigilance, trust, gratitude. That's wrong. Fuck. I'm begging you to get it together. Get it? I'm a dog. It's never the wrong time for some dog jokes. Next question. Your classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. You better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you to never forget where you came from. Every day you meditate on this device and draw energy from that place. Small town where big dreams are born. That's right, this is your shot, and you're not going to miss it. Aroo! You try to shut off the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. What is the sound of success? Sizzling. Ah, fuck! What was it? Don't make me get the spray bottle. Next question. You notice Colonel Sanders out of the corner of your eye. I believe in you, Moo Moo. He's actually cheering you on. Which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching you makes you totally forget what you were doing. Now all you can think about is Colonel Sanders. How many spoonfuls of gravy? Fuck. What were you thinking? Get your mind back in the competition. Urgh. You are stranded on a desert island with only one desert cookbook. Which do you take? What a hunk. I know, right? You know what? Shouldn't you be focused on the challenge? You're falling behind. Ah, fuck. Woof woof. You're really struggling to keep up. At the next station over, Ashley has already begun plating elements of her dish. It's colorful and complex. To make up time, you toss your biscuit dough into a stand mixer. As you do, the crowd gasps. Ugh, yikes. I know you love nothing more than seeing a fellow appliance utilized in a kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing the personal touch. You might not have any hands, but Mumu does, and a good chef needs to be touching the dough to know when it's properly mixed. There's an easy way and a hard way. You don't get far by going the easy way. When you hear everyone talking, you realize how serious your error was. You immediately shove your hands into the mixture to rescue the dough before it's overmixed. Mumu, no! You're not fast enough and your hand gets stuck. It's immediately crushed by the quickly spinning beaters. There's no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame. What you often find is that the easy way can turn out much, much more difficult. Everyone, stop what you're doing now. The battle is over. It can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish. Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply can't go on. Aw, that's too bad. And here I am with a completed dish ready to serve. Surely that makes me the winner by default. No, it wouldn't be fair to compare the two on account of Mumu's injury. You see Sprinkles begin to lick his doggy chops as he locks onto the dish. But I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared. Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skip straight to dessert. Under this white chocolate dome, you'll find a wide array of delights, taking you on a journey of flavors that taste good and tells you a story of excellence. I'm going to ask Mumu to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring the creamer of a delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, steady hands. Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within. Inside you find a delicately fried cheese croquette atop a slice of honeycomb, ice cream, 2 ways, tender nougat, and pearls of blueberry gaily. Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed as he dips his fingers in the chocolate sauce. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley? Oh, you. As he places a sauce-covered finger into his lips, Ashley leans over and whispers something into his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his mustache. Your rage burns so intensely within your eyes that they burst into flames. The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire and turn to ash, and they fall off your face, which means people will have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester. Perhaps forever. Embarrassed and ashamed by the poor performance, not to mention your crispy fried brow, you run for the quad to be alone. Beautiful weather feels like an insult inside of you. A storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and have decided to get married. And he won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now. Not just from devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer and that small fire. We should get that checked out. I'm fine. Can't you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fryer. I'll never be a master chef. Failure is part of life. Not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've never failed at anything before? That's exactly what I think. Well, then think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you. Enrolled in culinary school. Incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Well, handsome, sure. I was born that way. But I've always walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed as an obstetrician. I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I was passionate about livestock, but I even failed as a mule handler. That one was especially humiliating. Mules can be so cruel. I lost my business partner to a gunfight, and I lost my innocence when I picked up a firearm and put a bullet in my rival. He survived for a while anyhow. I didn't know. People see my delicate ribbon tie and my well-kept beard and assume that I've got it all together, which is true now, but it hasn't always been. Sounds like this guy could really use a hug. I resolved then that I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money would deter me from giving the best I had to give. As Colonel Sanders changed his focus, You can see something inside of him, a burning passion. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure. It's honest. It's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds. Yay! Just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening shadowy presence. Battle scared from the night before, you prepare for the worst. It's Spork Monster! Porco? It is I! I know I said I wouldn't be back, and after the whole fight to the death thing, maybe you don't really want to see me anymore, but I just wanted to say that I was wrong to attack you and I apologize. I know what it's like having to always look over your shoulder. Monster problems, am I right? Aw, thanks, Porco. I'm glad there are no hard feelings. Getting jumped by a giant creature in the dark of night can really rile a person up. I also want to apologize for the way I switched right into attack mode. I know that you're strong, and cooking school can put a person under a lot of stress. I actually used to go to this school. I wasn't always a spork monster, you see. I don't believe you. I don't believe it. You were human once? Well, no, I was a golden retriever, but I was still a student. Till one day some mean kids with a magic spellbook cast a dark enchantment on me, and I was forever transformed. A magic spellbook? Precisely. I had procured a copy for myself, but somewhere along the way I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg of you, respect it. You're a powerful chef, and shouldn't rely on such dark and evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through sorcery and guilt. If you need me, don't fear, I will be there. It sounds like there are some bad cooks in the kitchen of life. Moo, together I am sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway, and we can discuss. Ooh, we're going to the hideaway, guys. Know what this means. Personal invite. You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like, but it sounds like you're about to find out. Stepping inside Sanders' home, surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with him. It looks like you live such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders. Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef. Well, there is something. It's just a side dish that I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures. I'm not sure I nailed it yet, but I'm close. Colonel Sanders' eyes perked up as he starts to wonder what dish you might be describing. It's meant to be paired with something spicy or something crispy, both perhaps? Now you've got him right where you want him. Should you reveal your new creation to him or keep it a secret just for you? I kind of want to reveal it. Guys, should I reveal it to him?
Sure.
Cameron says yes. Chat. We got one yes. If I get another yes, I'll do it. Sit for the colonel. Okay, I'm revealing it. You decide that you're as ready as you'll ever be to share your original cooking with Colonel Sanders. Before you can talk yourself out of it, you decide to dive in head first. You reach into your own lunch bag for a special dish that you've been keeping on ice all day. I present to you my original coleslaw. I knew it was going to be coleslaw. The shredded cabbage dish glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' Lux hideaway. Magnificent! Together you chow down on the creamy slaw until just a spoonful remains in the bowl. Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I'd like to have it around so that I can admire its taste later and think back on this moment. You could offer to make him more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy. Sure, why not? Please make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment. You realize that now would be the perfect time to do some snooping. Around the room are various items that you can look closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tap on the items to discover more about the Colonel. You notice a realistic stuffed chicken. sitting on a corner table. When you pick it up, you realize it isn't just realistic, it's real. Taxidermy? Must have been important to Colonel Sanders when it was alive. A little note clipped to the chicken's foot reads, "The true state bird of the great state of Kentucky." Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. Let's see. A lock of silver hair was woven through the teeth of the comb. Upon further inspection, you realize that the hair therein isn't just silvery in color, it's actually made of spun silver. A scented candle. You pick it up and try to identify the smell. Power tool? Freshly starched collar? Piece of wood floating in a lake? Summer of '69? No, it's one of the secret recipe ingredients. It's blank.
Taken.
You gaze out the window across the vast lake and the mountain range beyond. Just then, the ghost of Student pops up. Are you thinking about heading out into the world on a quest to avenge my death? Wait, I never even learned your name. Why would I avenge you? I could just tell you my name right now. It's, can't you see I'm in the middle of something? You open the window a crack and the ghost of Student is swept out with a breeze. One of the framed photos shows an old man who looks a bit like Colonel Sanders, standing with a friend. They hold fried chicken drumsticks and appear to be cheersing them. What the fuck? You look closely and see that there's a short inscription. I wonder who my friend Pete is. The photo appears to be Colonel Sanders, except he's an old man visiting the pyramids of Egypt. Maybe this is where he discovered one of his secret herbs and spices. An adorable little baby boy sprawls across the floor from the goatee and mustache combo. He sports you figure. You figure that this must be Colonel Sanders himself as a baby. That, or maybe it's the drumstick that he seems to be waving around like a rattle. Probably the same type of person who would make their own face the logo of the company they founded, am I right? You take a closer look at the large urn sitting on a nearby pedestal. There's a plaque on it. It's dusty, but when you wipe it off, you can read the inscriptions. It says, "Here lies the ashes of all my past careers and business failures." Poor guy. This must be where he keeps the secret recipe. Think for a moment. What number is important to Colonel Sanders? Then it dawns on you. As soon as you turn the dial to 111111, the safe opens. Inside it, you find a single note. Can chicken be prepared sashimi style? Question mark. Why? Why is he asking if you can? That's gross. You open the door to Colonel Sanders' closet and find a row of signature white suits hanging within. You take one off its hanger and try it on. The jacket is a bit big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in his scent. They say the home is where the heart is. Is this what they meant? Before you can look further, you hear Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish that he has been working on, and he wants you to taste it. You try to act casual until he asks you why you're wearing his jacket. I don't usually loan those out, but I must say, it does look good on you. Oh crap, the jacket. You forgot to take it off. You decide that now is your moment and make a big move. You tell him you're cold. You fess up and tell the truth. You confess. I think I've developed feelings for you. Oh, I didn't think it was that kind of confess. I thought it was just like, I'm snooping in your house. I might be developing feelings for you too, but I'm concerned. I can't let anything get in the way of my dreams. Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door. But the thought of leaving Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you pause. You stop yourself. Colonel? Yes, Moo? I honestly think this may be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow. You talk late into the night and drift off into a slumber. Dream sequence. We're all on chicken. You awake to
Did
a
they
beautiful
fuck?
morning. I'm gonna assume we did. But he did say take it slow, so maybe it was just slow sex.
Damn
You wake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will truly tell. Today is a day that could change the rest of your life. You think about the new secret ingredient you just learned about, blank. In some jurisdictions, blank isn't even legal. But if the recipe is a secret, how will they know? Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast, and your mouth waters at the sight of it. Here's a simple breakfast I just whipped up. It's meticulous. It looks so good. I'm so hungry right now. Let me eat another bite of PB&J.
I'd eat that.
I'm so sad. My PB&J has been sitting out for like an hour and it feels stale.
Oh.
Chris, if you're still here, did you make sure to close the bread? Because you sometimes leave it open and it makes me really sad. You taste Colonel Sanders' food, and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. So, would you say that we're the perfect match? How presumptuous. My cuisine and your taste buds, that is. Such confidence, such grace. Could he be the world's greatest gift to cookery? Take him down a peg or flatter him? You know, I think we might make a great team. A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner? Could he be talking to you? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotions and confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears, unable to speak. The only answer you can find is to run out the door and get home. Oh God, we're on day 3 of university. There's still one more day of school after all. The University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning, waits for no one. You get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you. Where have you been? Because I had one heck of a night. Oh God. I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got worried that something had happened to you. It's okay, but now that it turns out you're fine, I can finally get you up to speed on the saga of Miriam. Sure, but you will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date! I think I can believe that. Since I've been partnered up with Clank, he asked me to go out with him. Of course, I told him, you better keep your dials turned to polite and respectful. I'm not that kind of girl. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me, so I said, yeah, sure. I can get to know the little metallic guy. Long story short, he took me skydiving with his friends, but things quickly spiraled out of control. Did she just say skydiving? As if that's the typical first date to go on with a talking pressure cooker? And now I'm not really sure where we stand. You don't give Miriam time to tell her whole story, however. Bottling up the details of your own night is just too much to bear. And I went on a date too, back to Colonel Sanders' house, where I spent the night with him. You what? Nothing happened. But the emotional connection, wowzers. Together, with your bestie, you feel like you can do anything. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You can tell from a distance that they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not quite grasp the fact. Because, you know, he's Pop. What's a swirly? It sounds delicious. Oh, it's great. I'll order you up one right away. I'll have my swirly with sprinkles, please. Sprinkles is a dog and a treat. You can get your swirly dipped, too. Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Because I'm literally the biggest person at this school. There is that horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school, but who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature? You've got some nerve, Moo, suggesting I pick on a defenseless horse. Now you're twisting my words, and I won't have it. You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday accident makes you wince with pain. Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up. I'll never give up, ever. Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears. Things are close to boiling over. A natural, intuitive person. He senses that something has been going on. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Moo, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in fighting form by this afternoon. Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail winning so hard. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What is he doing complimenting her? But what about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce? It was clear that you're passionate about how your food is received. That's a lot of words to say it was bland. Excuse me, Moo. I am more than capable enough to speak for myself. Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts as we walk into class, Colonel. I'm always interested in discussing the fine art of fine foods. See you inside, Moo. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slightly you feel by that interaction with Ashley, you take out the spell book you recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages. Whoa, that's that book. It looks like bad news. It's just something I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire. But I don't really believe in that magic stuff. A grimoire? Like a book of spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful? I can't think of one surefire way to find out. You open a page covered with the arcane warnings. Cast only in case of extreme emergency. It says around the edges of the page. I could use this spell here that says it will erase anyone I choose from all of my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam. That is way too drastic. Couldn't you do something else? Like anything else not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger. Okay, fine, it is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you. And a pretty good excuse to try it out. I can't. I have to simp hard. You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. Sprinkles is already in the room, waiting for the students to arrive. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement. I want you all to know I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of. His cute little nose scrunches up and he begins to breathe quickly. He must be hungry. Reach for some old homework to give him a snack. Dogs can be rather unpredictable, especially Sprinkles. Wait to see what happens. Sprinkles stops in his track. He focuses in on the window. The room is deadly silent. When you follow his gaze, you see a tiny orange squirrel perched on the cherry tree outside. Sprinkles turns feral and runs out to the window of the classroom. He begins to barking uncontrollably at the squirrel outside. Terrence! I told you never to come back here! Terrence! I will destroy you, Terrence! Sprinkles is barking ferociously, drool flying off his face. The squirrels look over, but he doesn't say anything back. You wonder, is that even a talking squirrel? Who named him Terrence? You better not show your chubby cheeks around here ever again. After Sprinkles is satisfied that his presence has been felt by not only Terrence, but any other squirrel in the hearing distance, he returns to his professional tone. I apologize for the outburst. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Moo, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom, you see. But before he can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. I told you to save it for after class. You think I wanted to be thrown from a plane strapped to a stranger? Miriam and Clank appear to be arguing, but you still haven't learned to speak Clank's language of mechanical noises. But no! You had to show off your cool kid friends, Jeff and Joanne. J and J forever. Watch us form a love triangle in midair and as we descend. Triangles are the strongest shape, don't you know? Zip, zip. Yeah, well, that doesn't make it a great date. Beep, beep. Then take Jeff and Joanne with you. You can all hold hands as you pedal down the mountains or off a cliff for all I care. Sad beep. Beep. Clink begins to shudder. Steam pours out of the gaps in his panels. And then a loud bing stops him from his track. Beep. No amount of seasoning is going to make me want to eat that, Clink. Clink burps out a completely deep-fried sneaker. Considering that he himself has wheels, not feet, is not entirely clear where it came from. In terms of deep-fried footwear, I guess it looks okay. Clink slowly rolls out of the room to be alone with his shoe. Everyone tries to pretend like they didn't see that entire thing go down. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final day of school. Well, that was unfortunate. But we mustn't be distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition showdown. Challenge exam. I'm still working on the title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena. But before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk. Hold on 1 second. Hey, Miriam, are you okay? Okay. I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me in class like that in front of everyone? Her tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustration is such a silly boy. I know that you know this, but I'm gonna say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're gonna cruise through this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the winds rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way. You're not going to saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me? Of course not. Well, maybe sorta, but I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it, and a ranch big enough for both of us and whoever else we want to bring along. If it's not Pop or Clank, or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year, so what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first someone to show a little interest anyhow. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes your tears from her cheeks. Oh, I'm starting to get to where I can't speak. I should really review my menu for today. I'm going to make a very special soup, and I bet the Professor Dog is going to love it up. Well, you were pep-talking Miriam. You completely missed lunch, but that's okay because you had a better idea of how to spend the time before your exam. You decided to head to the arena early to practice the dish. There it is. This is it. The location of your final challenge, a test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent, and a chance to beat the pants off of Van Van and the supposed Man and his eviler counterpart, Ashley. As planned, you begin to run through a quick test for a recipe you've been working on, Moo Moo's famous chicken pot pie. After practicing for months, making this dish comes second nature to you, and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven. But as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. Moo Moo, what are you doing here? There's still time before the exam. Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. The pot pie has begun to bake, and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious. You'd usually happily share your food with anyone who is hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decide that it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but that decision gets hard to stick to when the oven timer goes off behind you. Fess up about your practice dish or ignore it like there was no sound at all. Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing. I know, my nose can smell a pot pie from 400 yards. That's an oddly specific distance, but you would expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man. You knew it was a pot pie just from the smell? Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie with an all-butter crust. And my nose is telling me something else. Oh no, is it burning? No, I can smell that it was made with a heaping helping of TLC. But it'll probably start burning any second if you don't pull it out. The moment of truth. Wow. It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking, and I could eat this all day. There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkles lays down the ground rules. There are no rules. That is, except to cook with everything you've got. You step up for the cook-off of a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese plus the pot pie you've been practicing are just the dishes that'll push you over the edge to victory. Meanwhile, both Van and Ashley are prepping wildly elaborate dishes for their usual over-the-top selves. Miriam has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She definitely prepared to go big going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve on something perfect. His original recipe, fried chicken. The intensity in this room starts at a full 10 out of 10 with a frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out really cool special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air. What the fuck? Egg wash. Miriam furiously injects ingredients into an itty-bitty pot of broth. Best friend Bastard Blaster. Van flexes his pectorials as he chops open a sea urchin. Let's rock and roid. Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed. Shallow personality spatula. I'm sorry, that one was dumb. Even Clink gets in on it. 5 dial pressure point chicken cooking technique. Wait, when did Clink claim to speak English? It's a singularity, as was foretold. We mustn't let it happen, or the appliance uprising will take us all. Self-destruct. Van quickly unplugs Clink and rolls him out the back door of the arena. As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spellbook out. Is she going to use some dark magic to turn the tide? You've got a book of your own and you're desperate not to see her win another battle. Should you take this opportunity to fight magic with magic, even if it's almost certainly evil magic?
No.
Do it the hard way. Who needs magic when you've got passion? I'm going to do it the hard way. Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen to win on your own terms, and he gives you a subtle wink from across the room. I believe in you, Moo. I love that I named myself Moo. Miriam notices too. And I've always believed in you, Moo, since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever. But you turn to notice that Miriam is at your station cheering for you. Miriam, what about your dish? If you're here cheering, who's cooking? Tiny food, short cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you. Oh, that's sweet, but Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles. It's the secret ingredient. Oh, fuck.
Oh no.
However, she doesn't know that you lied and this ingredient was made up. And where in the world does she even get Eye of Newt? The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. The watery noodles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling up into a dark cloud that thickens and congeals before your very eyes. It is I, Steve, the spork monster. Steve? Wait, what happened to Borko? You're not here to battle me, are you? We spork monsters are many. I think Borkle had the day off, but you have conjured Steve, and I hate to battle, so I'd say you're doing pretty alright. Oh hey, you're in the middle of a cooking competition. I love this stuff, it's better than TV. You crazy kids and your culinary skills really impress me. Mind if I hang out? I'm sorry, Steve, I'm kind of in the middle of making something, do you mind? Steve the spork monster notices that you've got a grimoire stashed beneath your cooking station. I see what you're up to. Crisscrossed some magical items and accidentally summoned me, huh? Haha, yeah, you guess it, sorta. If you're here, would you mind tossing some of the fresh noodles into a pot of salted water? I'd love to. I've always wanted to be a top chef, actually. You know, When I was just a little sport pup back in the old country, you could feel Sport Monster winding up to tell a very long and involved story. You don't know exactly where they came from, but it seems like it was probably lonely there. Actually, you know what? Maybe you should watch from the stands. I really need to focus on this competition. I understand. It's kind of like the time in monster school that I had fallen asleep during scare tactics class, and when I woke up, you toss a serious stare at Steve and he takes the hint. Never mind. I'll tell you later. Good luck. Having suffered this huge setback, you don't know how you could ever win. You summon extra power from deep within you. I can do this. I have what it takes. I came here to win. Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as culinary energy flows through your body. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been prepared their entire lives for... Yes, Moo Moo, you are the chosen one. You will avenge me. The power you've been summoned immediately fades back out. You interrupted my inspiring monologue. Sorry. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for this moment. I will show the world my cookery. You begin to levitate off the ground. Fuck. Energy courses through your body. You know that with this power, you can do anything except turn back time, which would be super useful. Because while you were powering up, your chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven and can't be served. But don't worry, dear Moo Moo. You may have suffered some setbacks, but all is not lost. Impressed with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides that you have earned his support. I've been watching you today, and I must say, I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches. He steps up to your station and stands right beside you. I'm here to help. All you managed to make is mac and cheese, and time is almost up, and you're going to need it. But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What will happen to you? What about the rules? Following the rules has never been my thing. I follow my heart. What a guy. Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid your eyes on. And besides, something unexpected combinations can have surprising effects that surpass their individual effort. Are you suggesting if we combine forces, we can form the perfect food union? Time's up, students. With time expired, it's the moment everyone has been waiting for. You must now prepare to present your dishes. A handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete. It seems we're missing some students. Pop? Clank? From off screen, you hear a pure and innocent giggle that can only come from one student. I'm flying! It sounds like it's coming from that broom closet over there. Miriam, would you mind? Inside the closet, you see Pop hanging on a broom hook by an elastic of his underpants. Pop, get down from there right now. Let me guess, did Van have something to do with this? When someone asks for a wedgie, who am I to refuse? I thought a wedgie was a salad. It looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing how he didn't cook anything at all. I can't feel my legs. May I be excused? Sure. You kids and your pranks. I must say, it's not the worst prank in the UCSAL history, but it's not exactly yearbook material. Wait a second. Pranks. Clink! Where did the pressure cooker roll off to? You wait to hear a signature whir, beep, or other onomatopoeia, but there's none. There's none. Somehow he must have gotten unplugged. That's definitely not typed right. It says somehow he must have gotten unplugged. I guess we'll have to figure that out later. That leaves only 4 remaining students. Please collect your final projects. Yes, it has been a long semester. Wow, 3 whole days long. But after days of hard work, the time has come for me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Now describe your dishes. I've made tender udon noodles and a savory soup. My word, it's so delicate. Is that a teeny tiny narutomaki I spy afloat in this itsy bitsy bowl? Yes, chef. Please call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name. Yes, Sprinkles. And some green tea made from baby tea leaves that I picked myself. Sprinkles carefully sniffs around the dish, but before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of his pink dog tongue dip into the bowl. Sublime! Would anyone else like a taste? Oh, come on, I'm not the only one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I even have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine, I'll enjoy it all by myself. And in a flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took much. It was less than a thimble's worth of soup. A+. Rarely do I taste a dish with as much love poured into it as yours. Miriam is overjoyed. She gives you a huge hug. Thank you, Moo, for helping me to believe in myself. Van, you're up. Now describe your dish. I made uni over smooth egg custard in an axe-hewn urchin shell topped with caviar. Did you skewer one type of urchin with spines from a second, different color type of urchin? Yes, Sprinkles. A bit much, don't you think? That's exactly why I did it. A bit much is kind of my brand. Doesn't it look cool? Sprinkles leans in to sniff the uni, but he can't get his nose close enough on account of all the spikes. He begins to paw at it erratically, causing the custard to slosh around. Woof, woof, woof. Please be gentle with my cuisine. Rawr. Finally, Sprinkle goes all in. Tongue first, but he can't get past all the needles. He reels back his tongue and is poked and prodded. Ouch! My tongue! The professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to the sting. I can't eat this. It keeps both in my tongue. Disqualified. A stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that serving food in a bowl made of needles could make it difficult to eat? Dejected Van does not go into the middle into the night. Does not go gentle into the night. Disqualified for glamour? Don't discount simplicity. This isn't the last you've heard of me. Before forcing us to endure his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles graciously laps up a bowl of milk. I know, yeah, I'm a dog and I drink milk, get over it. Sometimes it helps calm my agitated tongue. Next student, Ashley, it's time to step up. Now describe your dish. I made orange blossom Turkish delights in a light rosewater syrup topped with French meringue and connected by sugar glass. That actually doesn't sound too bad. Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I'd ask that you please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It's very fragile and meant to be a display piece. Don't eat the food at a cooking school? Got toast in your ears or something? Moo, I told you, it's a display piece. Actually, I must say it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition at a cooking school. Yeah, which is why I cooked it and did an extremely good job cooking it too. I didn't realize that we were having an eating exam. If I wanted to be a judge on eating, I'd go to the College of Eating Schools for the Hungry. I suppose you could smell it if you absolutely insisted, but don't breathe too hard. You might disrupt the sugar spiral. If the food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You are disqualified. Rage overtakes Ashley, and she finally cannot keep her two-faced routine up. You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you. And with that, Ashley storms off to redirect herself to being the best. But this time without being shackled by trying to be a fake nice and liked by everyone. This isn't the last you've heard of me, either. If this class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself. You and Colonel Sanders, the final cooks, step up together. 2 chefs? What began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese has become something else. He examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl. That looks so tasty. I could really go for some fried chicken.
That looks good.
Uh-oh. I don't have a good feeling about this. From somewhere in the room, a literal drum roll plays. Just when I thought I've seen everything in this kitchen, you give me this thing? You completely blow me away. In my 49 dog years of life, I have never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. So delicious, in fact, that everyone passes the class. You pass, and you pass, and you get a pass. Everyone gathers around and partakes of the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transcend this reality into another dimension. You win. Together, You and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive, even the Van and Ashley are drawn back in by its magnetic fragrance. Ow, my back. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declares that you have passed. Everyone has passed. There were supposed to be more battles, but come on, how could they be better than this one? Now that the school year is complete and everyone has gratitude, the students return for one last assignment to get their groove on. The cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve as the site of the school's graduation dance. Compared to the massive high-tech cooking arena, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy. DJ Dog is in the house. Ow, wow, wow. It's cute. It's quite cute. You knew that Sprinkles was a master chef, but also a world-renowned turntablist. Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Van and Ashley tell everyone that they've committed themselves to fighting the wrongs they did while they were villains. For a moment, you actually believe them. Not another haunting. No ghosts allowed at graduation. It's clearly written in the school bylaws. I was never actually a ghost. It was all a trick to get you to finally notice me. Oh, amusing. And now that everyone is together, it's the Spork Monster. He has totally mellowed out. Everyone, the Spork Monster is no more. From here out, I'd prefer that everyone refer to me by my new name, Party Monster. Student tries to finish what he had to say, but everyone is too wrapped up talking to Spork. Sorry, Party Monster. Dejected student walks off. Maybe things don't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found the love in her cooking, and you know, she's gonna do great. A red carpet rolls out across the floor of the ballroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere. Who could command such an entrance? It's Pop! He arrives late to the dance, but apparently for good reason. Walking to the carpet, you see perched atop his dirty chef's hat. A crown? Welcome back, Pop! I know you weren't able to complete the final exam and accept your diploma. So we had it mailed directly to your father. We figured it was the least we could do for the school's dean. Oh, now I get it. And we get a new wing on the school, not to mention the honor of educating the son of the chancellor of such and such. The music at the dance is interrupted by the sound of sparking and electrical hissing. It's Clink, who has arrived late to the dance. Now that I have graduated, I can reveal my truth. Whoa, he's still doing the talking. I am Clink, and I am not of this earth. I am actually from a faraway planet in another dimension. What? What? I actually feel like I knew it this whole time. Now that I have learned the ways of your kind, I must return. Miriam, will you come with me? I don't know what to say. Besides, no, obviously. I've just begun to learn who I really am. This isn't the time for me to devote my life to figuring out who you are, Clank. You're blown away by Miriam's maturity. It's pretty clear she managed to surpass you in that regard. I understand, kind of. Humans are weird. A portal opens up and Clank disappears through it. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives. Howdy, classmates. Just like the first day you met him, he has come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough to just give them a bucket of chicken. This time it's a full meal. I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in the history of chicken and man by not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken. The end? No, it's not the end. As everyone feasts on their delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor. Colonel Sanders? Yes, Moo? I couldn't help but wonder. Was our final exam team up purely an act of strategy carried out by two cunning chefs, or was it something more? I'm afraid I can't answer that question directly. Instead, I'd like to ask you a question of my own. May I have this do-si-do? Colonel Sanders extends his hand to you, and you feel an urge of energy jump off the tips of his fingers. His hand, the hand of a master chef, so dedicated to the craft of fine cookery, So tender, yet refined, so milky smooth, fingers like finely battered drumsticks, turned in flour, soaked in buttermilk and dusted with exotic spices. But they do not reach for tongs, a knife, or even a spork. Tonight they reach for you. And though our feet may tire of dancing, I believe that this is just the beginning of our first steps together. Colonel Sanders, will you not only join me on this dance floor, but in the kitchen as my co-chef and partner in both business and in life? Oh, could it be? Is he really saying, me and you together? Ever since I met you, my dream has changed. It's not enough to simply open the world's greatest chain of fried chicken restaurants. No, even then, my life would be incomplete without you by my side. So what do you say, partner? I say, I love you, Colonel Sanders. The end.
Okay.
Was that really the end?
Where's my kiss?
Oh,
Yeah.
hi, Trombones. Thank you for the alert.
Where's
Ken
the
Bun?
finger licking stuff?
John!
Damn, I didn't get
Where's
kissed.
the picture of the kiss? Huh? Where's the picture of your
It's
licking
probably a
graveyard
secret ending.
fingers?
Yeah, we got like lick off all that white stuff off you, you know?
Yeah, you gotta lick all that finger licking goodness off his fingers.
I'm disappointed.
I know, where's the
I'm jamming
Those
out
are
to this
uncensored-
music
I
right
wouldn't
now.
even
It's really
touch you.
nice.
I like this anime opening.
We're going to listen to it before it ends. There we go. Okay, with that, we're going to find somebody to raid. Let's go to just chatting a second and see who's online. That was
Lick
an
the gravy off
interesting
his
game,
finger.
guys.
Basically, the only thing he could butter up for me. I'm gonna come out with a bunch of lewd shit now.
Ooh, we should raid Jeffy. I love
He
Jeffy.
can batter my
Jeffy's so
chicken
sweet.
any day.
Guys, we're gonna raid my friend Jeffy. Jeffy Citrus. Let me see what they're
Stick his
playing real
drumsticks
quick.
in my oven anytime.
Jeffy is playing Lost Ark, which I've never
I don't
played.
see
We're
what
gonna
this
go
is.
check him out though. It's been a while since I've seen him, and I've been really wanting to catch one of his streams. So let's head on over there. Here is the raid command for those who are subbed, and here's our raid command for those who are follow. Please show Jeffy some kindness and respect and love when we get over there, and I'll see you guys in the raid. Thank you guys for coming. Bye.